Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Bitchless RV in Junction City, Oregon. A little chilly today, but the sun's coming out feeling good. We have a beautiful Baystar 3014 behind us over here. This is the step up from the Baystar Sport. To help us kind of learn our way around it today, I've recruited the help Mr. Shawn Mogensen here. Say hi, Shawn.
Hey everybody, and go Ducks!
Go Ducks! I tell you, the team here has just the biggest personality. So, of all the different motorhomes that we have here at this location, of which we have a lot, why this one did we record? Well, what attracted it to me, I think, was the combination of premium features and size, because that's not something you find. Like, when you hear Newmar, at least when I hear Newmar, I think big, bad, heavy, long diesel pusher. Not everybody wants that. So there's a lot of people like, look, I want something that's built nice. I want something that there's a company with a legacy that stands behind it. But I don't want a giant 45-foot diesel pusher. That's where this one came into me. It has a little bit more of a classic time-tested interior in terms of the layout. Like, you've got, of course, a big full-wall mega slide on the driver's side, opening this thing up, giving us awesome destination space. And on that note, when you get there, you have a full bedroom slide that opposes to really open that space up, so you actually have a place to put on a pair of pants in the bedroom. But when you're going down the road, that's where this one comes in for me, because it's not so long, it's not so big and scary and intimidating to drive. It's certainly bigger than my hamster car Kia Soul, but it's not so big that, like, some of the big diesel pushers, there's places you just can't take them. This is going to be far more mobile, far more flexible, take it more places, but still getting that premium build quality you expect on a Newmar. Now, there's a couple little hiccups and maybe shortfalls along the way, but pound for pound, I think that if you're looking for something in a casual Class A that you don't have to, worry about being in the service shop a lot, this is one you need to check out, and let's get going. All right, so jumping inside here, like I said, it's a very traditional layout. There's not a lot of like individual unique sort of aspects in that regard here. It's just extremely well done and well crafted. With a Newmar, your fit and finish is amazing. Like, I found out, I would have sworn, if you'd asked me, like, if you look how tight the sink covers fit on these. I'm like, okay, well, that has to be like machine cut or something. It's not. That is all hand cut work there by a laborer. And when you look around this, you start looking at all this, all wood cabinetry, because it is all wood. It's not, it does have a sticker wrap. Like, here's a little sample of exactly what this looks like. It is an all wood cabinet that just happens to have a sticker wrap style, but like all of this is a full wood product as well. I love those little inset LED lights in there. It kind of gives me that, I feel like Maverick flying into the danger zone, it guides me from the front to the back, even without all of the lights on. This is about, I'm eyeballing it, about a 6'9" ceiling height, but you notice it has that soft touch ceiling liner. When you're in the new RV market, one of the nice things about that is that it drowns out so much noise when you're rumbling down the road, because you've got serious wind buffeting and stuff going on, because this thing's a rolling brick. Anyone ever says, oh, look at our aerodynamics on a motorhome, get away from them. That is a snake oil salesman. The point here I'm making, though, is, it drowns out a ton of the noise outside while you're driving. And if you're parked next to that neighbor grandkid bouncing a basketball or something, or just whacking a rock against the concrete, and for whatever reason, their parents or whoever just won't tell them, like, okay, Jeffrey, knock it off. It takes the edge off so that you don't have to, resort to more of the Long Island variety iced teas versus the traditional refreshing variety. Now, if we're in a motorhome, you're watching an RV nerd video, there's something I have to do. Hey, Shawn, you want to do the honors?
Go Ducks!
It's a good thing we are nowhere near the building, because I don't think Craig, the manager here, he'd be like, what is going on? Anyway, so tell me about this chair you're in, because you look awful close right here.
Well, you've got a lot of leg room. I mean, I am really close, but you got a 6-way power adjustable seat. You can go back, forward. Oh, look how far back this goes.
How tall are you?
I am 5'11".
Okay.
But if you look...
Oh my gosh.
You could get Bill Walton back here.
Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain. Now, obviously, you folks need to keep in mind, can you get the seat back all that way? Yes. but when you're driving, remember that slide's going to be closed. We're going to close up the slide and show you this thing in road mode if you hang out with us. But what you're seeing here, this can go up, down, left, right. It's like a Wonkavator. It goes every way. Now, before you slide all the way up here, looks like we've got the full-on equalizer auto leveling system, and you can sync to that off your phone if you are so inclined. But just to kind of give you a pass over the cockpit area here, you know, it's pretty standard fare on a gasser. All of our driver's functions nearby. This is not one that has like a big fancy technology suite, but I think there's like my parents, my mom and dad, they just aren't the type who want to hook up some kind of Bluetooth package or something like that. They're more the type that just kind of wants to just push a button and have it do the thing. All right, so Shawn has volunteered here. This is actually somewhat of a rarity. Most of your Newmars, they're made for just the folks who are basically retiring, you know. This is kind of a rare instance of something that's a little more family-oriented. It has, it's an optional drop-down bunk, correct?
This is an optional drop-down.
Can you show us how that works?
Oh, it's so simple. A lot of them you have the power motor that goes, and it takes forever. This, one touch. Drop, push down, and you're ready to go. That easy. I mean, it is that simple.
Now, what do you know the weight rating on this?
About 250 pounds.
Okay. The other thing that I'm kind of noticing here is it has a built-in don't roll off the front kind of thing going on with it. Now, how do you have to throw the kid up inside here?
No, there's a ladder, an optional ladder in the back, or not optional, my bad. There's a ladder in the back. It'll attach right here. I can get it for you if you want.
Let's do it. And there it is. Okay, so it comes with the ladder. Look at that. It's American sized approved. Now, the one thing that I kind of noticed here as he was climbing up is it's got a little bit of a hickory nut crunch post on it. The thing is, I think that this is probably a little bit more sized for the kiddos. The other thing I'm kind of noticing about that ladder, the way it hooks onto there, I think that is also going to help kind of prevent the kids from rolling to, oh man, I got the perfect shot of you right now. That's going to go in the highlight reel. All right, so this might be the last time we see Shawn. He might be getting his offer letter from Playgirl magazine. After that, go Ducks, yep. Over here in the entry door, can you pull that shade down for us, actually, while you're right there? Because, yeah, one of the nice things here, you have a full viewing window off the door side, which is one of the other really big aspects, I think, of a motorized RVing experience. Like, I love that we're seeing these beautiful green trees, you know, off the Oregon countryside here staring at us. But when you're going down the road, you get a little bit more like you're just experiencing the travel trip and the scenery a little bit more than just in a towable RV. And this one here, you know, from the sofa with the way these seats flip around, that opens up into one heck of a table right there. Like, you don't lose the cab in this one like you do a lot of Class Cs. You maintain more of the space. And that's what's so great about this. It's a shorter driving coach that still gives you a full, big living experience. You know, your captain's chairs kind of take over as the job of recliners, but that entertainment center, it doesn't matter if you're at the sofa or if you're over here at the chairs or if you're over here at Shawn's position. You know, everyone has a good shot at this screen. Now, the dinette over here has some storage below it, but you might notice it doesn't have seat belts. It also does not fold down into a sleeper. Like we kind of said earlier, most of the Newmars, it's not like a big family adventure coach. It's a little more kind of calm, cool, and collected, maybe sort of retirement grade. But I mentioned no seat belts. So if we have a bonus sleeper, you can seat belt, you know, your driver and your primary passenger. Well, how are you supposed to sleep more people than you can seatbelt? And the good news is that that's actually not a problem. There are 3 seat belts over here, actually in the sofa. I didn't do a great job of pulling and feeding them through. There are 3 separate seat belts. So that's a 3-seat sofa. That is also a, a 3-seat seat belt situation that can open up into yet another good guest sleeper. Now today, Shawn is doing the Burt Reynolds pose for us instead of yours truly. But one of the things we've established earlier is that he is 5'11". Can you stretch out on this a little bit, give people...
Look at that.
Okay, so 5'11", right on that 6-foot kind of barrier. I think that kind of counts as adult size. So I think that we can legitimately call this, a memory foam 2-sleeper. Plus we have the extra sleeping bunk plus 2 in the back. That's a 5-sleeper. We have 5 seat belts. I ain't a math, but that checks out. Now, cruising through all our storage, as I said earlier, this is all wood cabinetry. Obviously, you've got hardwood cabinet doors. You've got all wood fascia, like along your slides and everything. But I wanted to kind of give you a cruise through here. And the RV isn't exactly level. Shawn actually was kind enough to dig this out of its storage position and get it over here and park it in this nice spot for us. So once again, thanks Shawn for the extra little effort that he put in today helping us get this footage. Of course, that's convection. That probably didn't need to be said, but oh my Lord, that's not just solid surface counters. That is a full solid surface decorated back and side splash. How often do you hear me just griping? I'll admit, griping about the fact that manufacturers don't give us a side splash. And Mr. Shawn, do you know what this is called down here? That is drawerage galorage, my friend.
There's more storage in this kitchen than some people have in their houses.
That's not untrue, actually. It's a small wastebasket, but I'm going to give them credit. They put a wastebasket in where most people don't, and I am over here tripping on the couch. But if the boss hears I'm tripping on something, he's probably going to send me down for a drug test.
Not really. This is Oregon.
All right, so our buddy Shawn, once again over here with his blue suede shoes.
I'm the Vanna to you, Pat.
This guy's going to become my co-host. So, what we're looking at here is the standard fridge, correct?
Yes.
It's a gas electric. Is that an ice maker?
It is. It does have the ice maker. Now, if you wanted, you've got. Well, look at this first, real quick. Look at this pantry.
Okay.
So if you're a couple, that refrigerator is going to be fine. You got plenty more storage. If you wanted, you can go to the optional larger refrigerator with optional ice maker as well.
Is that one of those bigger 4-doors?
Yes.
Oh, so you can, if you're willing to sacrifice the pantry, you can get that bigger 4-door still gas electric fridge, right?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Shawn.
Yeah, yeah.
I tell you what, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you sit on the toilet for us?
Oh, somebody already has.
Okay, so once again, you're 5'11".
5'11".
I don't want necessary. I don't need your physical dimensions, but you're a decent sized American sized dude.
Especially in the middle.
All right, you're fitting around here pretty good, right?
Plenty of room.
Plenty of room. Okay. Now,
Look, you can still open doors.
look at that. So if you are a little, say, thicker in the hips or something like that, or bigger in the shoulders, you're going to fit in here just fine. So one of the questions that I then have, as the taller of the two of us, what am I going to fit like in the shower? And the short answer? It appears I fit just fine in here. I don't have to put my head in this bigger skylight. And for reference, I'm 2 or 3 inches taller than our friend Shawn over here. He's 5'11", I'm a little bit bigger. And you can almost see the reflection of my balding head off that shower head over there. All right, so there's the shower. And for reference, right next to that, we have one of the big XL vent fans that'll just totally suck the hair off the top of your head. I don't know if you noticed, but that's obviously happened to me a couple times. All kinds of good vanity space in here. I call that lipitorage galorage. This is still all solid surface countertop space in here too, which is nice. Big stainless sink that even if you got skinny lady fingers like me, keyboard fingers, you got room there. If you got bigger, thicker man hands, well, you're gonna fit in there just fine too. Now that ceiling vent that we looked at, there is a wall control for that, so you don't have to be the Jolly Green Giant to reach it. Shawn was kind of showing us you can still get in the drawers a little bit. One of the other things that I noticed here, notice how these are all soft close, by the way. That was true in the kitchen as well. Just an extra little pocket. That might be a good little pocket down there for the spare butt napkins, and there's the dispenser for it. All right, now finally, back to the bedroom, and then we're going to shut it down for road mode. One of my favorite things in here is this bed. So many motorhomes, even big, expensive diesel pushery kind of things, very often have short beds. This is a full-on residential size queen, 60 by 80. It doesn't fold. When we close this up for road mode, you'll see that there's no funky crease in the mattress. If you wanted to replace this with like a Serta or a Sleep Number or a whatever you want, you can just swap a queen bed in here. And because the bed is in a slide, and then you have that full wall mega slide across from it over here, because this is all one slide from behind the driver's seat all the way back into this thing. It opens up this bedroom to a huge degree, and where I like that is, I kind of maybe have described this a few times, like if you're looking for a little more casual experience. I don't know that casual really properly describes the ownership of a Newmar. I think you're making a pretty significant purchase and investment. You have long-term plans. So in a shorter coach like this, if you're driving each other crazy on one day, Well, it's going to give you the space that if somebody wants to kind of use the living room, or and somebody else can come back here and kind of decompress. But one of the other things here is like my wife. I could see people full timing in this, and my wife likes the Academy Award shows, and I like cartoons, and she doesn't. So if there's a show she wants to watch and a show I want to watch, we can have our cake and watch it too. And boy, I tell you what, we've really simulated road mode pretty well here today, Shawn. There's the last thing that went through that bug's mind? His backside.
I do.
You were trying to figure out how to phrase it in a way that wouldn't get us in trouble.
Yes.
But also, I've got, Vanna over here co-piloting. One of the nice things this has is that little fold-out little workstation, laptop, map-tastic station right there. Little navigator guide. Fold that away for us. Very classic, very simple, but you know what? Very effective. Even more effective when we actually slide it away. Look at that, like a champ. There we go. Now, spinning our way around here, taking a look at everything closed up, because that's one of the main differences in a motorized experience versus a towable, right? You're going to be in this when you're going down the road. What kind of space do you have? It gets a little tight in a couple spots, and you got to do the motorhome mambo to get through, but, I mean, not too terrible from a lot of things. I've certainly been in motorhomes that are tighter, a little tight around the fridge, but for the most part, not too difficult to get around everything. And like I said earlier, you do not have a goof stupid folding mattress, but as you notice, it does slide under that cabinet a little bit. So my only caution to you there is if you do decide you want to get some big thick pillow top mattress or something, you might need to help squish it down under that cabinet when the slide closes. Now, on the note of the slide outs, that little bed slide is electric. It's small, it's lightweight, no big deal. But this big honking mega slide, it is on Newmar's hydraulic leveling system, and it actually is a flush floor slide. If you watch it, it goes out and then it goes down. It doesn't kind of rock and roll about like when you're pulling it in, it goes up and then it comes in. It is a big heavy duty system made to handle all that wood, all that cargo. That's what this is built for. It's the same kind of mechanism they put in their giant like Dutch Star diesel pushers, basically. So while Shawn's getting this back, see right there, see how it's sliding down? Anyway, while Shawn's opening this, Shawn, tell us about the air conditioning system on this RV.
So you got 27,000 BTUs of air conditioning in here, dual heat pumps with Penguin ACs.
Nice. Tank heaters?
Yes, built-in tank heaters on everything, and your tanks are wrapped.
Nice. So
insulated, heated, everything. This is what people call a Four Seasons RV. Out here, we need that.
I see that you like that phrase about as much as I do.
Exactly.
But basically, it's made for that more demanding weather.
It is. It is. You can go in, freezing weather for a while and be A-okay, warm, comfy, and just have a good time.
Would you say ducky?
You can have a ducky time.
Baystar. It sounds like some kind of cheesy 90s like sci-fi action movie, like David Hasselhoff from the scene of Baywatch was beamed up to space like Flash Gordon style. Somebody bankroll that movie and then pay me for it. Anyway, again, this is exactly here what attracted me to this RV. The shorter total length of this one. Now, there's actually, we've done some beefification of this. That's one of those nerdisms that you never find in any sort of brochure right there. We have upgraded to this one to feature, bigger chassis and tires. This has been upgraded to like the larger 22.5-inch tires. And I've seen so many numbers this week, but I think it's been upgraded to the 24,000-pound chassis. But again, understand those are optional things. Now, up here in the Pacific Northwest, that's a very common request because they go down some rougher terrain sometimes, off pavement, as it were. Whereas maybe where I'm from in the Midwest, maybe you don't find that. I don't know. I think personally, if I was getting one of these, I would also want the more bulky nature of this. It just feels natural and goes hand in hand to me with, Newmar. It just feels right. Now, this is on the Ford chassis, meaning we've got that new Godzilla 7.3-liter V8. And when they first changed from the V10 to the Ford V8, a lot of people are like, oh, wait a minute, whoa, that's going the wrong direction. And then they found out it's just a categorically superior engine. 50 more horsepower, 50 more torque. It gets the job done, son. It is a fantastic piece of machinery. Also, You have your choice of multiple different exterior paint packages. Even here in the Baystar, though, on the gas Newmars, paint is always standard operating procedure. And one of the things about that is, like, when you look around here, and when I say, man, we've got motorhomes at this location, I mean, we have got motorhomes. There's Gary over there on the phone talking to his parole officer, I assume. He's giving me a look like, he's like, come on, man, don't tell him that. That's a joke, obviously. Nope, there he is. He's on the phone. But my point is, oh, hello. Okay, Casper, the friendly ghost, has decided to come over. I was peeking in the storage earlier. I must not have got that latch properly. Anyway, we have a lot of motorhomes. We see new, old, all kinds of stuff. The full body paint package keeps this thing looking a lot younger. That's one of the things I really like about it. Now, those bigger tires, those are Michelins, by the way, so they're putting some really good sneakers on this kid right here. And I know, I think maybe his parole officer came to collect him. I owe my buddy Shawn over there an apology. I think I called him Gary, which is another person here. Now, there's a guy here named Gary, but it's not the Uncle Gary that I talk about in my videos all the time. Thank the good Lord above. They have gone to swing outdoors with struts here, which is one of the things I like. When you're in a lot of gas class A's, a lot of the doors swing open like this, but there's nothing to hold them in place. Like you saw when this door opened up from Casper the Friendly Ghost when I was using the force, it didn't go wham against the side of the trailer because it's held in place. It's just one of those extra nice little things that goes into this. Also, it's the devil's in the details, that Xantrex 2000 watt inverter. A lot of coaches might give you like a 1200 watt, and it's maybe only certain specific outlets, like maybe a bedroom outlet, maybe a kitchen outlet. The whole, all of the outlets in this are wired to that inverter system. So, you don't necessarily have to fire up the generator. Like when you're going down the road, I don't know that you always want to fire up the generator. Sometimes, you just want to be able to plug something in. Truma on-demand hot water heater, which means, after Gary's done taking his 30-minute shower, I said, Gary again, Shawn, I quit. I quit. Anyway, when Shawn's done taking his 30-minute shower, the missus can slide in behind him and she's not going to have to take a cold shower. You saw that Onan 5500 generator, this being a gasser, that is also a gasser, and of course, as is pretty commonplace in the world of motorhomes, it will not, suck the shared gas tank down below a quarter tank so that, you don't leave yourself stranded somewhere. I tell you, where there's a will and a way to do something stupid, I'm your man and I feel very confidently I could probably get that done. Now, once again, just look at the paint package on this. It is, when I say a mirror-like finish, I'm not joking. If I got it at the right angle, you could actually see Shawn staring at me going, what is he doing over there? Now, a lot of when you hear Newmar, again, the image that I think is kind of conjured most of the time is big, massive diesel pusher, baby. Well, this isn't that. We're on a Ford chassis. We got the gas power plant. We got Shawn's shoes in the background walking past me there, making sure that I'm saying the right stuff, which I appreciate. But we also have a 5,000-pound tow rating. But the rear cap on this, Lord almighty, that does look good. I'm going to knock them for one thing, though. But the good news is with Bishes, we kind of have a way to compensate for this for you. Newmar doesn't like to provide you with a way to get on the roof. I don't like that. I don't really care for that. But there's some cool things that we do for you at Bishes, so that's a little bit less of an issue. And that's our Diamond Club. Whether you buy a new or used RV, I don't care if you buy a $500 water damaged, waterlogged, trashed, used pop-up. You become a member of our Diamond Club. And there's a ton of things that go into our Diamond Club. But there's a couple benefits that you get for a lifetime. For instance, you get lifetime free winterizations. You bring this to any of our Bishes stores. You buy this in Oregon, you come visit me in Michigan, you get winterized, no charge. And while we're doing that, we can also perform for you a no-charge inspection. So this RV doesn't really have a factory-supplied way to get up on the roof, but as a Bishes customer, all you have to do is visit. Once a year, we'll check it out. We'll make sure all those seals and everything are looking good for you. Now, since we can't get on the roof, what I can't show you is the fact that this RV doesn't have solar, but it does have solar prep. That's one of the things that's a little bit different from most of the towable RVs that I'm used to versus motorized. A lot of motorhomes haven't really adopted a lot of solar, mostly because they already have like an onboard generator, a backup power system, you know. But speaking of which, real quick, by the way, 4 6-volt batteries standard on this thing. That's a lot of good juice right there. That is a big propane tank. I'm sure I got the specs for that listed at the start of the video. But what I'm getting at is it is all prep for solar. So if you'd like us to add some, if you have the knowledge and know-how and skill and all those things to add some yourself, it is totally ready for those kind of things. Now, I think I briefly mentioned it, and it pretty much goes without saying, but I found that if I don't say something that goes without saying, someone assumes that I didn't say it because I was trying to be mischievous. Yes, we have rear and side view cameras. You can actually see one hanging out right down here by the headlight, so that if you flip on that right-hand turn signal, and I actually like how it's way down here at ground level, so that if I'm hanging out next to your front tire with my little hamster roller skate Kia Soul car, you can see me and, well, not squish me like a grape. Okay, so real quick, a correction on something. Someone's I bet someone's already typed up like, oh, I got him, he got one wrong. You know, it happens. I got about an A- today, maybe. I don't know, I hope. Anyway, what I'm getting at, I mentioned no ladder. This actually does have an option for a ladder that apparently wasn't applied to this RV. But everything I told you about us being able to check all that stuff for you so you don't got to climb up and down there, that all still applies. So, ladies and gentlemen, give Shawn a big round of applause here. Tell him thank you in the comments. And if you're curious about this one or there's another Newmar you'd like to learn about, maybe give Shawn a call out here in our Junction City, Oregon location. Now, above Shawn's head, there's a little note popping up on screen. It says check for pricing and availability in that little link in the video description. You can see where we have these located at any time because the one that we have in stock might not look exactly like this. Shawn, is there any final thoughts you'd like to leave with people on this one?
You know, as a Northwest native to the Northwest, we camp, we're out, we're there. Size. You can take this to any national park, state park. You can go off-grid up to the high lakes and the Cascades. You can get it anywhere you want to go with you and your family and enjoy just the fun.
So, if I'm hearing you right, Shawn, what you're saying is size matters.
Let's just say yes. We'll just go yes on that one.
He choked! He goes,
and I am a salesman at a loss for words.
That doesn't happen every day. You saw it. Write it on the calendar, folks. Salesperson, lost for words. Listen, my point here is, though, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of different things to learn on this. But it's about fun. It's about having fun. It's, even though, well, I don't want to say maybe it's just camping, because this is obviously some pretty nice glamping. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen on video. And that's coming from me. My point here is we're willing to have a good time with you. As you see here, if you're looking for someone who has the knowledge but isn't so stuffy, give Shawn a call, and I think you're going to have the same kind of good time that I had today. Although, Shawn, I don't recommend doing this maneuver with the lady of the house if she ever comes to visit. So, folks, before HR calls and says we have an incident, we're going to wrap this up. You take care, stay safe, have fun.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks, everyone!